Good morning, everybody. We're back out on another job. It's Tuesday. Yesterday I went down with my client, one of my clients, down to Savannah so he could pick up his ASV 120. We picked that up. He's looking for a mulcher head. That thing needs a little cleanup and it needs a lot of service. It needs a 500-hour service, needs a 1,000-hour service. We got some work to do to that thing before he gets it running. So you might see some of that in the future. But today we're out on a little lot. We're doing about 5 hours out here for a client. I'm gonna show you guys what we got and what we're doing, and then we'll get to grinding. All right, so got the 120 out here with the pre-noth. I just got it off that job where I was grinding all those stumps. That's the same client who just bought a 120 as well. His is a 2021, but it was a 2021, but it's got about 1,200 hours on it. Mine has like 13 when I got it, so it's about the same machine. But we're out here on this lot and you can see they've kind of done some clearing and some bush hogging out here, but the bush hog just kind of left these little sticks and stobs sticking up everywhere like that. And then we got some stumps and stuff. The stumps aren't real massive and they're about half rotten anyway. That one's like really rotten. So the client just wants me to spend 5 hours in here grinding as much as I can. We're going to start in that corner and just start cleaning all this up, making it a lot nicer. Just grinding up all these little sticks and stobs. We're going to clean up around that pine tree and just kind of work our way back around those pink stakes right there. Try to get as much done in 5 hours as we can. I think that shouldn't be a problem because there's no real brush here to have to actually, you know, knock down. And we're just kind of grinding up the ground, and that's why I brought the pre-noth, because this is really just ground stuff. So it's pretty light other than some stumps, so we shouldn't have no problem grinding through all this pretty quick. So that's pretty much what we're doing. Nothing super sexy, but should be fun. So let's hop in the cab and get to grinding. thought everything was looking good so far, and he said, yeah, it looked great. So if he's happy, I'm happy. There's not really much to this. I mean, it's really not. I'm almost grinding the dirt more than I'm grinding anything. But this is a perfect job. I mean, this is right up what you know, the alley of what a forestry mulcher is supposed to do. To tell you the truth. I will say for this particular job, carbides would probably be the better option. I'm using these knives on this pre-noth, but this is one of the big reasons why I'm going to be changing out these knives to carbides, specifically for jobs just like this, where it's just grinding up dirt basically, and kind of this light brown slash and stuff like that. The carbides would work perfect for this. So as soon as this set of knives wears out, especially the ones in the middle, I'm going to replace probably about 2/3 of the teeth with carbides. And so the center section right here will be carbide, and then the two outer sections will be knives. And that's what I'm going to do for jobs just like this. There's a few stumps in here. This was obviously logged years ago, because the stumps I am finding, they're not very big and they are rotten to the core, most of them. And so I'm hitting them with the mulcher and it's just pulverizing them pretty instantly. And I'm trying to work, so the wind is blowing this way, so I'm trying to work where the wind will kind of take that dust away from the machine as much as I can get it to. See how it's kind of blowing it all off that way. I mean, the machine is dusty as hell right now, and it's gonna be, but I'm trying to keep, I don't care about really dust getting on the machine too much. I'm just trying to keep it out of the air filter as much as I can, and the back end. I mean, it'll blow out, it's not a big deal, but as much of it as I can keep out of the air filter, the better this machine will run. See, that was a pretty decent sized pine stump right there, and I hit it, it just disintegrated. So they are very rotten. These pine stumps are very rotten in here. There ain't nothing left of them. But this pre-noth is chewing it up. Doing a great job. Remember, a lot of people didn't watch this video, but that house right there, I did, that's where Kelly and I installed that riprap around those culverts, because the builder didn't do a very good job and he was having erosion issues. That's that house I did that job for right there, actually. Kelly and I did that. And it's still holding up very well. I went over there and took a look at it, and everything is still holding up with that riprap really well. And it's been, we did that job at least a year ago, at least a year. I'd have to look back and see exactly how long ago it was, but it's been a while. Actually, it might be 2 years now, probably close to 2 years. Yeah, I think that was 2022 when Kelly and I did that job. Yeah, it was. It was like April or May of 2022, I want to say. And it still looks great. Everything's holding up really well. There's not too much erosion. and he dumped it over the culvert and completely blocked up one of the culvert pipes, and Kelly and I had to dig it out. I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty monotonous job right here. Not very sexy, nothing real glamorous about it. We're just kind of grinding up the ground in this slash and some stumps. But sometimes that's just how forestry mulching goes. Sometimes you get these jobs that are just not super glamorous or sexy or anything like that, but they pay the bills. And it needs it. I mean, this is a perfect job for a forestry mulcher, to tell you the truth. A lot of broom straw in here. Yellow grass right there, we call that broom straw where I'm from. I don't know what y'all call it, but we call it broom straw. And that stuff will catch on fire in a heartbeat. Good night, that stuff is super flammable. That's how my, so before I had this ASV, I had a John Deere. And that broom straw is how my John Deere actually caught on fire. And some of that stuff got in underneath one of the engine mounts. And got a little warm and sparked up, and I was very lucky to catch that very quickly before it had the whole machine in flames. Digging into some of those high dirt spots, you just can't help it. Stump right there. A lot of these high spots are where stumps were. So you can see I broke my my thing off there for the line, but it's not really harming anything as it is, so I'm just gonna leave it. I am gonna fix it. I'm gonna figure out some way to fix that permanently over those zip ties, but it's not causing a problem at the moment. But I will fix that, I promise. So that's what we're doing. We're just going along here, not much to it, but we're making really good progress. The owner's happy, and that's all I care about, progress and a happy client. So we'll keep on keeping on and get this done. Alrighty folks, we are done. I just put the machine up on the truck, and the owner was here for most of this job, and then he had to leave, but his brother was here so they could lock up the gate. But this turned out really well. I asked him about 45 minutes into grinding or so when I was over in here. I got up to move the tripod and he walked over and I said, "Does everything look good?" And he said, "It looks great." So it does look a hell of a lot better in here now. This is all basically nice and smooth and flat. You know, nothing really, none of them little stobs and sticks sticking up or nothing. So this looks good. Was a ditch right there that I kind of had to work around, but other than that, and he really just wanted to go like right behind, you know, kind of the goal was today was just kind of get right behind that big pine, but I got all the way to that little one right there. We got every bit of close to 2 acres done in here, I would say, today. Somewhere around in that ballpark. Maybe not quite 2 acres, but really close. In just 5 hours. But again, there wasn't really any brush in here to have to mow down. It was really just some slash on the ground, and some of this broom straw and some stumps. And again, most of the stumps, except for maybe like 2 or 3, most of them were just old pines that were just rotted, and as soon as I hit them, they just disintegrated, you know, kind of exploded into little bits of wet mulch. There were 1 or 2 that had solidified and turned into what we call lighter stumps, or fat lighter stumps. Basically what happens is the sap gets down into the stump and it hardens into a resin, and it makes the inner part of the stump really hard, like really hard. There was only maybe 3 of those. But outside of that, most of them were just soft and rotten, and they weren't very big trees. This was probably logged 10 years or so ago, so most of them were like 12-inch stumps. You know, they weren't, you know, 12, 14, 15 inches. They weren't very big, so it went really quick. So that was a good little job. So they're happy, and hopefully he can call me back. We can get that last back part of the acreage. It's probably an acre back there. I told his brother, I was like, we probably do that in 4 hours or less pretty easily. So all right, well, hope you guys enjoyed that. Kind of a different job. Again, the carbides would have been perfect in here, but I'm gonna wear out that set of teeth on that pre-noth and then we're gonna go over and switch that middle section into carbides, just for kind of jobs like this where I'm either gonna hit trash or metal, or I'm just grinding up the ground to kind of smooth it out and grind up some stumps and stuff. You know, with that, you would not have seen, for this job, you would not have seen a big difference in production between running knives and carbides. You wouldn't have. There'd have been really no difference in production. Now, if you were mulching all that down over there, all them little pines and stuff, might be a bit of a difference. But for in here, just grinding this little bit of slash up on the ground and those stumps and stuff, there'd have been no difference between the carbide hammers and knives. So beautiful day today. Dusty in here, but it was a nice day. I've been complaining about all the rain we've gotten, and I could have used a little rain in here. But all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will check you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.